Hello and welcome to Tarot Between Sisters. I am Lady Phoebe. Welcome. Before we get started, I wanted to show you another crystal. This is fairy quartz. Isn't that beautiful? I love this. My cousin gave it to me for my 40th birthday. And it's just, oh, I love all those facets. Like, look at those little ones down there. Where am I pointing here? Yeah, there we go. They're like little points that come out, and the whole thing is just covered in little crystal dust. Like, oh, I love it. I love it. Actually, Lady Tabs, I did her nails once, and we did pixie crystals, and it kind of reminds me of that, just like super glittery crystals. And fun fact, that crystal structure, they're grown, like, so here's another one. This is Lemurian seed quartz. They're grown out of the ground with these points on it, and every crystal, like quartz structure, has 6 sides to the crystal. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've counted, I've got a lot of points I've counted, and each one has 6 sides. To me, that is so cool. Like, first of all, 6 is like 3, 6, 9 are universal numbers, and it just makes it feel so grand that it's all this mathematical equation. It just doesn't feel like these random things. Anyway, I love it. And so I just wanted to show off my little fairy crystal today. We're going to do an oracle reading with the deck LQ. LQ. I don't speak French, so I don't know. But she's gorgeous. So let's see what it has to tell us today. Ooh, the ladies are kind of quiet right now. Really? Ooh, okay. Okay, I need to get another just to complement this one. There we go. So, okay, as I'm shuffling, I'm getting messages coming through. And when I said the ladies are quiet today, sometimes it's okay to not say anything. Sometimes it's okay to sit quietly. Especially if you're trying to change the way you react to somebody or something or a situation, sometimes, like, it is okay to sit and say nothing. We don't always have to respond. Even like, if we're kind of shocked and we're trying to change our thinking from like negative to positive, sometimes our brain shuts off a little bit because we are so used to responding in a negative way, but we are making a conscious decision. No, I want to respond in a positive way. Like, I really want to respond in a more loving way so that I don't walk away and regret things. Have you ever done that where in the moment you're like, I roasted that person. Like, I said some shit and oh my God, how blah, blah, blah. And then you walk away and you're like, I feel so bad that I said that. I could have said that so much better. I could have done that so much better. The look on their face, like, I hurt them deep and I don't feel very good. Okay, scenario. We've all been there. We've all done it. So in that minute when you're like, okay, I'm trying to be positive, because we're always in this place where we feel like we need to respond, right? Like, we feel like we need to give back something verbally. Why? Why can't we just sit and say nothing? Who cares if someone thinks that we're like, oh, crazy or stupid or whatever? No, we're actually trying to change our way of dealing with people. And sometimes the brain goes into shock because we're not used to it yet. So you know you don't want to react this way, and you know you want to react this way, but in between there, the twain have not met yet. Neither the twain shall meet. That is a saying, and I used it in a weird way. I get it. But that middle part, sometimes there's some shock that happens, right? And so you just kind of sit there. I don't know how to respond because my old default way isn't working anymore, and I'm trying to try this new way, whatever. So sometimes it's okay to say nothing. That is funny, as I'm shuffling and I said that was like, well, us not saying something is saying something. And that's true too. You not saying something is actually saying something to somebody, especially if you have a person in your life and you are constantly back and forth, and that's your relationship, and there's this whatever. When you decide, I don't want that to be the way that it is anymore, I can't do it, and they're like this, and you stay steady, and you even don't say nothing, and then they go, wait a minute, what's happening? So that stance of just, I don't know what I want to say, but I know I don't want to say that. So you just sitting there will get a response, and it will be a calmer response because you're not adding and elevating to the anger. So sometimes literally saying nothing is okay. All right. She who is wild, savage, untamed, wild, mysterious. And it goes into what I was saying a little bit before. When you, like, we all see the people that are like wild and untamed and they're so free-spirited and they're so just wonderful. And we all look at them like, oh, I wish that I could be so open. But I'll tell you, they have hard times too. They have a hard time because no one really relates to them, because they don't make friends easily, because sometimes when you're so wild and untamed, the friend pool is limited. So just, I don't know, just be appreciative of who you are, man. Just be appreciative of who you are. And she who sees, Makita, observe, perceive, scrutinize. Okay, oh, I'll show you this one, sorry. Like, stunning cards. So these two are funny. To me, I would think she is the reactor and she is the thinker. And right now, you're being asked to kind of make the journey from being the reactor into the thinker. So she has the capability of stepping back a second and going, okay, do I need to respond in this thing? Will my response make it better? Will my response escalate things? Right? So she is proactive, she is reactive. And I'll tell ya, this is generally where the ego lives. If you're constantly in a state of reacting, you are never able to stop and think of what's really going on. And so you can't choose anything but reacting. And reacting is generally a more aggressive energy that everyone experiences, right? When you're just reacting to stimuli and coming out, you're not really able to sit and think, like what I said in the beginning. When you say nothing, that's okay. Because what you're doing is you're moving from this reactive state into this state of calm. And she's even got this lion, I think it's a lion, well, I don't know what it is, but it's gorgeous. It's like a golden lion mane kind of head thing. So I'm kind of drawn to like the strength card in tarot. And the strength card in tarot is a very, well, she's a gentle woman taming a beast, right? And not taming a beast like taking out her wildhood or taking out the wildhood. We're not trying to tame things, like take out whatever. What we're trying to do is when you are attacking people, that's what we would like to not have. Or like you as yourself, like I don't feel good when I'm attacking someone. I don't feel good. Even in that minute, if I'm vindicated, like even in that minute, if I say the exact thing that I came to my head and it was awesome and oh, you got burned, I'm still feeling shitty. Like I'm still feeling gross.
Ooh, Lady Tabs is calling me. I'll call her back.
I don't feel good, right? And so this, it's you still want to be this wild expression of yourself and be unapologetically you. But it's just when you start projecting and attacking and scratching someone, that's the part that makes us feel bad. That's the part that makes someone else feel bad. So encompass this whole energy of like, I want to be wild and creative and crazy. I want to do it. I love it. But then when the situation is getting a little bit aggressive or when it's getting a little bit heated, that's when you step back and go, okay, I don't want to react in an unloving way. I want to react in a very loving way to this person. So I'm going to actually bring in the wild a little bit. I'm just going to draw in the wild a little bit. And what's the loving response here? That's what she's doing. So these cards, first of all, are just stoning, but I'm glad that, I don't know, I'm glad they came out because they're both very separate. Like you can see, she's very calm. Look at this. There is so much movement and there's so much whatever, which is awesome. But it just gets to be when it starts to have the attack on your fellow man that the problems start. And so again, it's okay to be quiet and it's okay to take a step back. And it's okay to be wild and crazy, but in a loving way. it's okay to be exactly who you are at any given time too. Like, all these readings are just for guidance for you to dig deeper or to prompt yourself, right? I always say that. But accept exactly where you are at any given time. Never make yourself feel guilty or bad for it, because that actually will continue the cycle of abuse for yourself and others. So accept where you are and then go, okay, you know what? I accept that happened. I'm going to forgive myself for that. And I'm hoping in the future I can make a more loving decision. That's all that we can do. But we need to accept what's happening. Because if we deny it, that's an unworthy form of denial. I say that wrong every time. Every time. But yeah, just to really accept where we are and where everybody else is in their life, and then move forward from that. Don't regret things and guilt things and whatever. Just whatever. Accept, and then just hope to want to make a better decision in the future. What it comes down to. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Choose love, then choose love again. Be compassionate to yourself and be compassionate to others. Mwah! Bye.